everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Media Match. This month we have themes of camping and the outdoors, and here to tell us about her selection is Sarah Rose.
Hi, so today I chose The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek by Kim Michelle Richardson, and I had to read that book for the Rise and Read book club. But so it is about a woman who is blue and just kind of the prejudices that she experiences in Kentucky of being a blue woman. And she's a librarian, so that was an extra special thing that I just really enjoyed about the book. And so what she does is that she travels through crazy different terrains, through mountains and it seems like woods, and it's really dangerous. And she has like this really sweet father who makes sure that the trail is clear for her. So when she, walks down with her mule, it's like a safer passage, even though it's still not safe at all. But it's so important to her to be able to get books and things to her patrons. So she travels sometimes what is like hundreds of miles a week. And it's just so important to her to get everyone's favorite books and items, and she keeps all of them in mind. She goes to schools and she visits the elderly and reads to them. And she embodies everything that I think is perfect in a librarian, and I loved reading about it and seeing it in a whole different type of atmosphere. And it was all during Roosevelt's Works Progress Administration.
Okay.
So it's all the WPA, and that is how it was just completely run, and how they got their books was through that association. And so a blue person, it's real, and there are blue people, and it's something about like a gene or a chromosome that was missing. And it does happen, but it's very rare. And so what is really great at the end of this book is that she actually goes through what a blue person was and how you got it, or how you were a blue person. And so it's actually a recessive gene, and both parents need to have this recessive gene for their child to have it. And so it really didn't happen too often. And it was just super interesting because I've never heard of that before. And I had to, and when I read it at the end of the book, I didn't think it was real. I thought this was kind of like a realistic fantasy, kind of trying just to talk about the trials and tribulations of race in general. And so that I just thought that she went with blue, and it ended up, it's real. It's a total shocker at the end of the book, but it was really great knowing that.
Thank you so much for explaining that. Why did you choose this book?
Well, to be honest, so I chose the book because I really loved the title. Anything that involves books and book lovers, I want to read it because I love to read. I also picked it because it was available on Hoopla, and for our book club members who didn't want to come into the library just yet, that they're able to listen to it and read it all on Hoopla. So I like that a lot. But then also just, this was a topic that I knew nothing about, and it was so unique to me. Funny enough, Jojo Moyes came out with the same exact book at the same time. So that's interesting. But so if you want to more like this title, Jojo Moyes.
Thank you for the recommendation. What was your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part was reading about the different terrain that she has to travel through. I really liked just how determined she was to get to her patrons. It didn't matter what weather it was. It really didn't matter what time either. She tried to get there before night, she tried to get home before nightfall, but she just went through it all, and I really loved hearing just about like the different things that she encountered in the woods. Sometimes it was really dangerous people, and sometimes it was like a snake. And it just was kind of exciting and nerve-wracking. And I don't know, I really loved all the places that she traveled to. I loved reading about her patrons that she would encounter, and because some of them were really happy to see her, and then other ones were like, well, your books are distracting my kids, so stop it. And then like she would find a place to hide the books for the kids anyway. And so I really loved reading about the people who really didn't give her a hard time, because there weren't that many. There was a lot of people who really didn't like her just because of the color of her skin. And so I know that is something that, you know, is still prevalent today. And I like reading when people aren't judgmental.
Thank you so much for your recommendation, Sarah Rose, and we will see you next time on Media Match.